and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since, and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Film My Run on Zwift. My name is Stephen Cousins and we are broadcasting live on Facebook and on YouTube. While we're getting everything ready, it would be absolutely awesome if you could go and subscribe to the Film My Run YouTube channel and also the Zwift Live YouTube channel. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/filmmyrun and also Twitter at filmmyrun, and the website is www.filmmyrun.com. It's very nearly time, so sit back, relax, don't forget to drop me a ride on and watch me do all the hard work. Welcome along. It's the Wednesday workout. Believe it or not, it's Wednesday. It's absolutely boiling in shed quarters tonight. 33 degrees on the Amy Green Memorial Thermometer. We are back. We are back doing intervals on Zwift. And we are on the Watopia run path. We are warming up. We've got 10k to do, and we've got 7 intervals of 600 metres each with a 400 metre active recovery. And my microphone is not right, apparently. Is it not working? Sebastian says my microphone is not right. Can somebody confirm? Hello Tina Beard, hello Victoria. Hello Yoko, hello Clive, and Sebastian. Okay, loud and clear, says it's working fine. Okay, I must have misread your message. Oh, my microphone is not upright. Thank you, Victoria. Microphone sounds fine. Sounds fine to Tina. I think what Sebastian must have meant was it's not pointing up at my face. I'm sure it's all right. Okay, so let's get on with this then. We're going to slowly move up through the gears. Right, somebody else, Clive is saying I've got a wonky microphone as well. I don't know. It's just, isn't it just the same as it always is? Victoria says she's cooking dinner but wishes she was running. Anthony Anderson says good evening. Everyone sounds good to me. So yeah, we're all good. We are in Group B. We've got Clive, Sebastian, Bassetto and Davis and Patrick. So we've got the UK, Germany, Italy, Belgium, all represented in Group B. Clive says Victoria did very well on the live stream that she did while I was away. Tina Beard is quite happy just to watch. She says she's been to the beach today. We have been to the beach as well. Not for very long. Darren Van Dit says his stride has just died before his session. Unbelievable. That's all right, Sebastian. No problem. So, Wednesday workout. Group B 10k, 1k warm-up, of which we're just over halfway through. We'll be going to a maximum speed of 13.9. I think Sebastian's going at 90% bias tonight. So we'll probably do those 100 metre strides at 14 kph. Anthony says brilliant live stream from Victoria last week. Give her a slot of her own. Well, to be honest, Anthony, I keep trying to persuade her to get a slot of her own, but it's very difficult to lock my wife down to any particular time slot. I must do, to be honest. We must insist that Victoria has her own live stream where I'm not involved at all. And she just comes out here, sets it all up and does it all herself. She's perfectly capable of doing it. Tina says, yes, Anthony, Victoria should live stream and Stephen can cook the dinner. Well, yeah, no, actually, yeah, maybe it is best that I help out with any live streams that Victoria does. I mean, you never know what might happen. It's a bit of a risk, so it's probably best that I am involved. And, you know, it's always a risk if I cook the dinner as well. I mean, who knows what might happen? We don't want any food poisoning. We don't want any burnt pizzas. So, yeah, I mean, let's be sensible about this now. But we should, yes, we should definitely lock Victoria in to a weekly live stream that she does all on her lonesome without my interference. Right, we're going to get ready for a couple of strides, which I think we'll do at 14 kph. Victoria says, I am definitely not leaving Mr. C in charge of dinner. I think that's a very good call, Victoria. Paul Hayward is walking in the rain in Italy. Very nice. Hello, Paul. Nice to have you with us. Right, here we go. 100 metres. There's the first one done. Yeah, 32.8 degrees Celsius now according to the AGMT. It is warm here. I don't know about you. It may be raining in Italy, but it's absolutely scorching here. Thankfully, a little bit of wind in the air. Oh, what's happened to Sebastian? Technical dropout for Sebastian. By the way, lovely to have Sebastian back after a few weeks away. Thank you for joining us, Sebastian. Good to have you with us. Paul Hayward just bought some Magic Speeds. What are they? Asics. Paul Hayward's just bought some new shoes. Asics. Hope your day's been all right, whatever you've been doing. I've been in charge of 5 11-year-olds. Took them to Laser Quest, and then took them to McDonald's, and then took them to the beach. I survived. I'm here. I'm still alive. It was all okay. Sebastian had a techno gym dropout. Well, that's one for the books, isn't it? Although, actually, no, now that's interesting because I've had a couple of those as well, and I think, oh no, that was on the Noble Pro. I haven't had any techno gym dropouts, but we've definitely had a few Noble Pro dropouts recently, and Amy Green has as well. Anyway, right, Michelle Edge is going to do 9 kph with Steffi. Here we go with the second stride at 14 kph. Let's go. Okay, that's that one done. Back down to 10 kph. Paul Hayward spotted a running shop opposite a cake shop, and Tina Beard replies that is a great combination. Running and cake. Can't argue with that. You cannot argue with that. Okay, so 2 strides done, and now we're going to get into the meat of the session, which is our 7 intervals at 600 metres. If you're watching on YouTube or Facebook or Twitch, hello, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are in the world. Thanks for joining, thanks for watching. This is Zwift. You're watching the Zwift Run channel. This is live from the south coast of the UK, all across the world, to everyone who's vaguely interested in structured workout training, treadmill running, and computer games, because that's essentially what this is. Everyone listed on the right-hand side of the screen there is a real person running on their treadmill somewhere in the world. And if you can see just about, you can see the flags of the people who are running. So we've got Germany, the UK, Italy and Belgium at the moment on the screen there. But we regularly have people from everywhere. Australia, the USA, Brazil, Canada, Right, here we go. 13 kph now for 600 metres. Two kilometres done, 8 kilometres left to run. That is very strange, Sebastian. So Sebastian's got a problem with his Techno Gym My Run treadmill. Every week, after the first stride, if I decrease the speed of the My Run, it stops with an error 701. That is very odd. I've not seen that before, Sebastian. Tina is going into hospital on Saturday, and for the next 2 days, she can only eat cake and ice cream. That is my kind of hospital procedure, Tina. Good luck with it. I'm sure you'll be fine. And Jeff Partridge is on. Hello, Jeff. He says, wait a minute, you started without me? He's still on the way home from work. I guess somebody has to keep the nation safe. Well, we're all counting on you, Jeff. As you know, Jeff is our secret agent on Zwift. We don't know what kind of secret agent he is. We just know that he's a man of mystery and he won't tell us what his job is. We suspect it's something highly dangerous that involves, indeed, the safety and security of our nation. Thank you for your service, Jeff Partridge. Tina says, yes, we do feel very safe, Jeff. Okay, slowing it down, just for a bit of active recovery. That's number 1 done. 6 to go. I said this yesterday, but I'll say it again in case you didn't hear. Thank you so much to Steve Smith for fixing my phone, or my Zwift phone, which I use for in-game messaging for a Zwift companion app. It has had a dodgy, cracked screen for many months, which I just simply couldn't be bothered to get repaired. Steve Smith offered to do it for me, so whilst I was away in Scotland, I sent him my phone, he fixed it and sent it back. Very much appreciated. Steve, thank you very much. Just trying to stay cool. I've got 2 fans on me. It's gradually getting a bit cooler in here. 32.3 degrees now in shed quarters, now that I've got the doors wide open. Well, that's nice. Tina says Steve is a lifesaver and he's right on my doorstep. Very handy. No, Sebastian, DIY Tech Repair is Daniel in Denmark, I think he is. Okay, back on it for number 2. Hello, Gabrielle on Twitch. Gabrielle says, why are you running? I don't know. That's a very good point. Why am I running? Well, why not, Gabrielle? To keep fit? For entertainment? To enjoy myself? To meet people? Mainly to keep fit. Thank you for saying hello, though. So we're doing an interval session, which means that for a little period you run fast, and then for a short period you run slow. Sebastian says, I am only running to entertain him. Or us, he says. So, that is one of the main reasons I'm here, is simply to entertain you guys. Okay, 200 metres to go, and then we can slow down a little bit for 400 metres. Good work, Gabrielle. I think Gabrielle is saying he has done interval sessions, or he is doing interval sessions at the track. Okay, here we go. Slow down. Just a little bit slower. Right, recovery for 400 metres. That is number 2 done. 2 done, 4 to go. Sorry, 2 done, 5 to go. "20 minutes gone. And we've covered 3.7 kilometres. And into the volcano we go. So it's going to get hotter. Sebastian's heart rate is 151. Mine is 143 at the moment. Oh, sorry. Clive Finnemore's heart rate is 151. Sebastian's is 158. Right. 6 kilometres to go. Let's get on with the third one. Here we go. Anthony says it's not very warm where he is. Cloudy with a cool northeasterly wind. Where are you again, Anthony? I'm sorry, I can't remember. Okay, if you want to go and subscribe to Gabrielle's channel, it's Gabrielle10. on YouTube. He's currently got 63 subscribers. So if you want to go and subscribe to Gabrielle, look up Gabrielle10 on YouTube. Jeff is off to the lakes on Friday for the original mountain marathon light, which should be very nice if it's nice and warm. Alright, Anthony says he's in North Essex, so not really that far away. Maybe that weather is coming over here then. Or maybe it's been past here and it's just getting to you. It seems to have been fairly warm and hot and sunny down here all day though. Yeah, Clive says it was cloudy and cool in Cornwall this morning. Well, you can see here behind me, it is not cloudy at all here. So Clacton-on-Sea, which is where Anthony is, Clacton-on-Sea is cool and cloudy, so don't go there on your holidays. Warm and sunny in Berlin, and glorious sunny weather in South Wales, says Simon Lewis, although he says it was also cloudy and cool this morning. And Jeff Partridge had drizzle in South Gloucestershire this morning. And drizzle in Dorchester, says Victoria. Wow. Okay, well, we've not seen any of that at the moment. 22 degrees Celsius currently in Cornwall. I don't know what it is outside, but it's 32 in here. Jackie has had to stop. Sorry, Jackie. She says, my dinner was going up and down. It was going to come out with a burp any time. Yeah, probably best to call it a day then, Jackie. Well done. Good effort. Probably had your dinner a bit late. I was about to have my dinner and then thought better of it, so I'm having my dinner afterwards. Three down, 4 to go. Clive's got a pie and chip milkshake going on in his stomach. Less said about that, the better. There's Victoria, making her presence felt. Jackie says, I'm not going to take Victoria's place with Vomit Wednesday. Yes, Victoria famously threw up live on the Wednesday workout last year. Never to be repeated moment. Anthony wants it to warm up in Norfolk by the weekend. He's going to the Norfolk Broads for a week's holiday. Right, here we go with number 4. $5K to go. Stay relaxed. Heart rate 148. Sebastian said Victoria was amazing last Wednesday. Another call for Victoria to have her own slot. Just trying to stay relaxed. Still a long way to go. Only just over halfway. Okay, just coming to the end of this one.
Nice.
So dropping it down for 400 metres. So the next two after this, after the next one, the final two will be a bit quicker. I'm going to stick to the rules tonight because it's very warm. So I'm not going to go any faster than it tells me to. And if it's this temperature next week, I will not be doing Group A, which I said I was going to do Group A next week. I really don't think I can if it's this heat. I hope you all enjoyed the photo updates that I was giving from Scotland while I was away on the Film My Run Facebook page. Tried to do as many as I could, as many photos as I could. It was pretty hard work, so we didn't have an awful lot of time off. Certainly in the first 4 days, we were working fairly hard. In the last 4 days, I had a little bit more time in the afternoons. But I tried to get as many updates as I could onto the Film My Run page for you. Very interesting experience to volunteer for 11, well, it works out about 9 or 10 days. I was away for 11 days. Right, back on it for number 5. Tina says the scenery was lovely. I do love Scotland. And for the last 3 days, completely midgy free as well. The first 3 days, midgy hell. I had to wear my net and gloves as well sometimes to keep the midgies off. But the last 3 days was lovely. No midgies at all. but I'm still bearing the battle scars on my wrists from the early days when the midges were really attacking my hands. Halfway through this one. Mucken. Midges is Mucken in Germany. Mucken? Muchen? I'm normally quite good with things like mosquitoes, Tina. They don't seem to bite me, but the midges had a real go. Heart rate 152. Okay, chill out time again. So that's number 5 done. We've got 2 left, but slightly faster for these last 2. It is really warm. I don't know if anybody's doing Group A in this heat, but good luck to you. Well done if you are. Well, to be honest, Groups A, B, C or D, if you're going flat out and your heart rate is up in the 160s, 170s, then kudos to you. Well done. Indeed, fantastic effort in this warm weather. Back on tomorrow, 11:35 in the UK for the Film My Run 500, and then bag that badge in the evening. Come and join me for those, and then we'll find... Oh no, no. Now, I'm away again at the weekend, so nothing on Friday. I won't be here on Friday. I am going to Suffolk for the Suffolk Backyard Ultra, where I'm working and will also be crewing Amy Green. So Amy is off to the Backyard Ultra as well. First time for her there, and we've promised to crew her, so we'll have plenty of photo updates, maybe some video from the Backyard Ultra in Suffolk with Amy Green at the weekend. Sebastian says, what's the difference between midges and mosquitoes? Well, they're just a different insect. Mosquitoes are bigger and they transmit malaria. Midges are smaller and they transmit Lyme's disease, which is why... Oh no, they don't. That's ticks. Ticks transmit Lyme's disease. Midges just bite you horribly. Yeah, they're tiny.
Ride on.
Shane Druitt, thanks for the ride on, buddy. Heart rate of 165 for Sebastian, 157 for me. Just coming to the end of rep number 6 with 1 to go. Okay, there we go. So, one more cool down, one more rep, and then we'll be done with Wednesday workout. Oh, Sebastian's disappeared. Has he had another dropout? Okay, here we go for the final bit of effort. 13.5 kph for 600 metres. And that'll be our last one. And we can all go and cool down. Jeff says, come on, put some effort in. Sarah Jacobson is popping in to say hello. Hello, Sarah. Hope you're all right. Sarah's currently doing a run streak to try and get her mojo back. What did you do today, or what are you doing today, Sarah? Oh, no dropouts for Sebastian. He's still here, he says. Maybe he's just a bit behind. Okay. Oh, yeah, he was doing 90%. Yeah. Sebastian's doing 90% bias. So he's a little bit behind us. Sarah Jacobson did 5k this morning. Well done. They all count, Sarah. Good job. Sebastian's bumped it up to 95% now. Sarah reckons she's been missing in action. It's all right, Sarah. It's great to have you along whenever you pop in. Jeff Partridge reckons Seb should be in Group A. Oh, there's Seb. He's just popped back onto the screen again now. He's 1 minute and 48 seconds behind. Heart rate for me, 163 now, 162. Heart rate 160 for Clive, so Clive's getting his fitness back. Good for you, Clive. Victoria's finished cooking the dinner, and she's finished being a taxi service for children. Okay, 400 metres of active recovery, and then it's cool down time and we will be done. Sarah Jacobson says, Victoria, did you survive without Stephen for a week and a half? She thrived without me. I'm surprised she didn't change the locks. It's so much easier when you've only got 2 children to deal with rather than 3. Jeff Partridge is just about to dig into a glass of wine. Well, you don't really dig into a glass of wine, do you? Savour. What do you mean you could have coped another week? How rude. Unbelievable. Okay, just coming up to the cool down. Nine kilometres done, and we can drop it down to 10.4 kph. And have a nice, relaxed kilometre of cool down to bring Wednesday workout to a finish. Back tomorrow with the Film My Run 500 at 11:35 UK time, 12:35 Central European time. Stupid early in the morning if you're in the Americas. And then bag that badge, 7 PM UK time tomorrow evening. Come and join us for that. And we'll be back on Wednesday workout next Wednesday, hopefully, unless the Backyard Ultra goes on for a stupid long time. And you never know with these things. We have a couple of very serious contenders. So, there is every chance that the Backyard Ultra will go on for more than a couple of days. So we'll see what happens. Sarah Jacobson is going to Frankfurt next week, so we'll be back on European soil. She says if anyone has any recommendations, do let her know, I guess, for things to do or places to run, places to visit. Sarah will be in Frankfurt next week. Victoria has a new cookbook. It's called, well, I can't remember what it's called, but it's got drugs in the title. She says, I thought of Jeff when looking at my new cookbook. It has a recipe for a memory booster, and the ingredients include a bottle of wine and rosemary. A bottle of wine and rosemary. Yeah, Sarah's 5k has achieved more than Victoria has today. She hasn't run at all today. Tina seems to think you're soon going to forget me all again. I'm not. Oh yes, of course, because I'm going away. So we're going away on Friday evening, and I mean, I might be back on Monday, but like I say, it does depend on how long it takes for this backyard ultra to finish. Who knows? But please do wish Amy Green all the best. We'll try and get her as far as possible in the backyard. There you go, Sarah. You can get a ticket for the German football final, Frankfurt against Leipzig. Go and watch the match and then join in the party afterwards, if Frankfurt win. Thank you very much, everybody, for taking part in the run today. Well done to Group B. Well done, Group B. Fantastic effort. And well done to all the other groups, Group A, C and D. Oh, the final is in Berlin. I should have known, actually. Yes, of course. The final wouldn't be in Frankfurt. But you could join in the party in Frankfurt if they win. Yeah, and thank you for joining in on the chat. Most people on YouTube, as is the way, but a couple of people on Facebook and on Twitch. Thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. That would be greatly appreciated. Well done, Yoko. Yoko's usually in Group C, I think. Well done to her. Jackie Ramos had to pull out of Group C early as her dinner was jumping around in her stomach a little too much. Clive Finnimore has had a few dodgy moments with his dinner, pie and chips, in his stomach. So that's been fun. Hope he's all right. I didn't have my dinner because I'm sensible and professional, as you all know. I wouldn't dare do something so daft. And there we are. There's Wednesday workout over and done with for another week. And we'll be back on it next week. Max heart rate was 163. Fastest speed was 14.2. Well, 14.2 for a brief second. So there we are. There, we're done. We're done. As I say, thank you very much for watching, everybody. Some good chat on YouTube and Facebook and Twitch. So thank you for joining in that. And as I said before, film my run 500 tomorrow at 11:35. Bag that badge at 7 p.m. all that UK time. So work it out in your own time. Neil says, I think I was the only one on Group A. Well done, Neil. So Neil did Group A, I think that's what he's telling me. So well done to Neil on Twitch there, who Neil Messenger, who did a 12-hour shift night shift last night at the chicken factory, and then gets up and runs Group A Wednesday workout today. That's top stuff, Neil. Well done, buddy. Good work. And that is me done for the day. I will see you tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Thank you very much for watching and for all your chat in game and in live stream. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.